Even hearing you say it all, I'm like, we're not really camping, are we? We've just packed up the possessions of our home, put them in your van. We've just moved house to a field.
Yeah.
Tripod. I should film the reverse of what it looks like. Maybe my phone. For the questions. So we have approximately 3 minutes apiece to answer some questions that people have sent in on Instagram about camping.
Okay.
So we are on our first camping trip in 2 years.
Just over
2 years.
Nearly 2 years.
And we missed it. We missed it?
Yeah.
Should I zip that up?
Yeah.
Okay, you hold that.
Come here, Boo.
And the main difference of camping this time compared to last time is that now we have a very large dog. But last time we went, Boo was...
She was 6 months old.
She wasn't even that. She was...
No, it might be 4 months. Yeah, she's still sat in your lap, so she was very small.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, exactly. And this time she's, well, you've seen Boo. She's the size of a small horse.
Yeah, a very disobedient horse that any given opportunity will run around the campsite and cause them up.
Absolute havoc.
And cue Benny Hill music and tents and people and dogs flying everywhere.
We've had a few moments. It's been amusing. To say the least. In fact, one of the questions that we've been asked is to do with dogs, so perhaps we'll start with that one. Somebody asked any tips on taking a dog camping for the first time.
Make sure it's tired and full most of the time.
And don't forget the lead.
Yeah, well, whatever you do, don't shout to your daughter, don't let the dog off the lead, because she will mishear you and will just go, okay, and let the dog straight off the lead.
Mary, bless her, she's trying to, Dan had told her to play with Boo, but as he was walking away, he said, don't let her off the lead. Marion thought you said, let her off the lead. Cue giant panda running.
I was gone for 30 seconds, I came back and there was...
jowls flapping in the breeze.
Tongue off her hair.
So she went to try and make some friends, and suffice to say, she succeeded. And Dylan had to get involved to try and rein her in. Your
dog might be better behaved than ours.
Yeah, she has a moment.
No, she's good as gold when she's asleep.
Yeah, you have to keep Boo tired. Well, she doesn't need a lot of exercise. That's the good thing about it. It depends, I suppose. In going back to the tips on taking your dog camping, we're lucky in that Boo doesn't require a really, really long walk every day. Because yesterday it was raining. Yeah. But she was quite happy. She didn't get annoyed with.
Well, there was food around, so she was just constantly looking out for a free meal.
Yeah. So obviously, depending on where you go camping, just keep them well entertained, well exercised. We don't have a separate sleeping area for her. She sleeps in with us. She sleeps next to me. I'll try and show you a little clip of the setup. It's not. I should have filmed it when we first arrived because it's not very tidy now, obviously with 2 and a bit days in. But she sleeps next to Dan. This morning she woke us all up. Yesterday morning Marnie woke us all up at 7. This morning Marnie, thank goodness, was sleeping a bit more, and but Boo decided to wake up because she heard a dog barking. In you come, Boo. So she pushed her nose under the zip, undid the zip, and was halfway out the tent door where I had to jump out of bed and grab her. Of course, the commotion woke everyone up. So we made it to 7:21 this morning. Result, 21 minutes more. Any more tips about taking your dog camping? Don't, just leave it at home. Find a friend to look after for you. No, oh no, she loves it though. It's really nice. She just likes to sit and watch all the other dogs going by. She doesn't bark, she's not a big barker. She's starting to now, but only with, she'll hear one dog woof, so she'll woof. Yeah. I'll probably make a woof now. Don't make a woof because then she won't stop. I don't really have any other tips other than, oh, The only other thing that affected us this time because of her size is we had to bring 2 vehicles, because there's no way she's sitting on my lap this time.
No, well, I came in the van and Boo rode shotgun and the 2 kids are in the back.
Yeah, and then me and the girls came in the car, so we haven't gone too far from home this time. It was only an hour's drive, so that's like not a massive problem, but also not ideal, so I'm not sure what we'd do if we wanted to go further afield. Yeah,
we just do convoy, it's easier.
Yeah.
We bring more stuff, like a 2-seater sofa.
We didn't even bring, yeah, I was going to come on to that. This is actually a sofa from our kitchen, because Dan is, I was just telling Dan that one of my friends just messaged this morning to say you two were the most extra campers I've ever met, and I think that about sums us up, except Dan didn't know what that meant. Yeah, if I think of any other tips, I will add them in the description box. Boo! Right. She doesn't bark much.
Come on, let me come.
Come on, Boo. Come on. She's going to knock my makeshift tripod over now to speak of the devil. No, Boo! Sit down here.
Right, sit. There's a good girl.
Watch, you don't knock it. It's in the perfect spot.
Good girl. Sit. Good girl.
I don't know, ruin my nails now.
There's a good girl, Boo.
She's going to knock it.
Good girl.
Right, next question before Boo knocks the tripod over. What do you all sleep on? Well, I will show you a clip, which is the best thing, but Dan will probably want to take this one because he's quite proud of himself.
I bought an inflatable sofa bed.
Would you say that's our best camping purchase?
Brilliant, because it's got sides, so at night time your pillows, rather than a big flat air bed where your pillows sort of drift off the end, you've actually got something you can lean up against and stuff a pillow. And in the daytime, it's a sofa.
I actually think it's more comfortable than our bed at home. I sleep, when the kids let us, I sleep so well on that bed.
Yeah,
like a log.
That's the best thing.
And it's lasted really well. We've had it 5 years.
Bought in 2016, yeah. It had a couple of punches, but a bit of CT1.
Dan has fixed all the holes, and it's really good. It's a really, really good purchase. And I think, was that from Amazon?
That was Amazon.
I'll link it.
Most of it came from Amazon.
Anything that I mention or show you, I will link, because I do get a lot of questions asking about our kit. And one day, perhaps our next camping trip, I'll do a full camping setup video, show you exactly everything. This time
you'd have to do it in a time lapse sped up, because the amount of stuff that goes in the van takes a while to load up.
Yeah, well, I'll show when it's all set up. I'll go around and show everything that we've brought. But this time it was a bit stressful because somebody decided to work.
Well, I had to work all
morning.
Doing a roof
until
you've got to do a roof when it's not raining.
Yeah, I know, but that then meant that we didn't leave for camping until what time? 4. Obviously an hour to an hour and a half driving, and then setting up. So
we were finished setting up by 8:15. Woo!
A bit stressful in terms of filming the setup, and now it's a big old mess. So I'll just show you bits and pieces. But that's not what we all sleep on. So that's what we and Marnie sleep on. Nope. Boo sleeps next to us.
And the kids sleep on camping bunk beds and go outdoors.
Which again are brilliant.
They are amazing.
We had one initially, and then we had blow up air mattresses, like single ones. And this summer Dan bought a second bunk bed because they're brilliant. They're so compact but they're comfy, aren't they?
Yeah, they fit into a hold-all bag, about that sort of size. But when they're up in the tent, you've got 2 ready-made permanent bunk beds, which means, especially if you've got excess children, like as we do.
Excess children.
Oh, extra.
4 children. No, just 4.
So you can have one on top of the other, so it takes up less room on the floor.
It's brilliant, and because they are quite narrow, because of the shape of the bell tent as well, you can kind of shove them into the space that you can't stand up in anyway.
Covered in boo hairs.
Yeah, me too. So it kind of goes in that little space that you wouldn't really use that much anyway, either side of the tent. And then our sofa bed is right to the back in the middle, and then that flips out, and you've still got decent floor space, because we now don't have blow up air mattresses for the kids. We've got Boo! No, Boo!
Boo, this way.
We've got extra this way.
Come on.
Extra floor space that we didn't have last time we came camping, so that's what we all sleep on, and it works perfectly for us at the moment. And Dylan and Marion are both pretty much our height, so they can sleep on those bunk beds comfortably. I can sleep on it comfortably. Boo, that is not for you to explore. Sit.
Just stay there.
So the sleeping setup works really well, doesn't it? And one other thing to mention, I've got on the pillow. One more thing to mention is that we bring our bedding from home. That was Dan's idea, and
sleeping bags, and then the duvets on top, because if it does get a bit chilly, then really, Boo?
Boo, I'm not joking. You need to stop fidgeting. You're making me really stressed.
Seriously, if you're not comfortable, why don't you go and sit in the corner where there's tons of room?
What's this? What's this?
Face. Get up. Over here.
Come on. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. In your corner.
There you go. Or outside the tent.
Right. Next question. Also, are you going to do another camping video?
You got that on camera, see? A fat ass made out the tent.
Oh, she's just...
Well, this is just a gazebo.
Yeah, this, we should explain really where we're sat. This is, Dan's just bought this. It's a 3-sided gazebo, so it kind of acts as a windbreak as well. But this is where we sit, where we cook food, sit in the mornings, have a cup of tea, have breakfast. It's like our lounge.
Yeah, so we made a little lounge area, which just means that, especially if the kids are making noise, we can come in here, and then when they follow us, we can go back in the tent.
Yeah, and they and they're chilling out in there, so it just gives us an extra bit of space. So that's, what is that noise?
It's the side catching on the chair.
Oh. Next question, any tips for keeping warm in the middle of the night? Well, that's the
bring duvets.
Yeah. Can we have a rundown of the camping equipment that you take with you? Do you want to summarise like your top 10 or something?
Well.
And I will do a full...
Initially we've got tent, sofa beds, the bunk beds, and a carpet for the tent, so it's nice on the floor.
Because the bit that's not carpeted.
No, the bit, that gets cold, but that's the main stuff. And then all the extra bits and pieces, like a gazebo for an extra outside seating area, a wood burning stove, a leather sofa, a spare rug, a travelling chest full of logs and wood for the camping stove. If you can't be bothered to wait for your kettle to boil, then bring an instant water thing.
But the thing is, don't you think...
You don't have to bring that, but good God, it's comfortable.
This time we've got a gaming chair, because we thought it would be an extra seat, and it's actually been really good, because it's low down, so the little ones can sit on it. Yeah, the sofa is new. We've never brought an actual leather sofa. No,
beforehand we used to bring a really big barbecue, which took up a lot of room, but the barbecue over the years has gone rusty and stopped. We had to get rid of it. So without a barbecue, we freed up room for this. Oh, we also bought a George Foreman grill.
Dan was given a George Foreman grill by a friend. He's never used it, so we thought, camping, and it has been brilliant. We did hot dogs on it the first night.
Do burgers,
but don't you think
today?
this is like a what's the word? Contentious. Point of contention, is that a thing?
Well, some people like to be minimal campers.
Yeah, because a lot of people have commented to say, oh my god, I loved your video, but is it really camping if you've got a wood burning stove and a sofa and a carpet?
Who wants to sit outside cold? Or I mean, you can have a fire pit, with some campsites are funny about open fires. I've taken that to so many campsites.
It's got a full flue.
But I've got a
pipe. Goes up about 3 meters.
A metal rod going into the ground to stabilise it, and 2 guys to stop the pipe from wobbling around.
Normally, he brings a hearth for it as well.
I forgot the hearth this time. I was rushing.
A slate hearth and a wood burner camping.
But I did remember to bring my
oh my god,
fireside companion set.
So yeah, those are Dan's essentials. And the lamp. You brought a lamp.
I bought an actual
table lamp.
So in the night time now, rather than wasting batteries, you can just turn the lights on.
Even hearing you say it all, I'm like, we're not really camping, are we? We've just packed up the possessions of our home, put them in your van. We've just moved house to a field.
Yeah, but we're comfortable.
We are comfortable. I wonder if you could bring a tin bath next time and cut out the shower bucket spoon. So that's the rundown of the equipment we take. So those are Dan's essentials.
Basically, the equipment we bring is everything that'll fit in the van.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back, are you?
And when the van is full, we stop putting stuff in it. Boo, you are not going. Oh, you absolute.
Lie down.
Okay, we've had to reset up the camera.
Lie down.
Boo nudged it with her bum. Bear with. Go that way. Is that still? The lighting's not. Oh, never mind. Use the bad lighting. Right, so those are Dan's essentials. My essentials are different. Actually, no, they're not that different. My essentials now would be the bedding, the duvets and stuff. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've got many more different essentials too, apart from like food and things. But
yeah, bring food that's easy to cook. I would
say over the years of camping with Dan, he has brought me round to his way of thinking. So perhaps my essentials when we first started camping would have been different. Now I can see the benefit of doing it the way we do it. Oh, I know an essential that we haven't mentioned: fairy lights for the tent.
Yeah.
This time we've got an electric hookup. We usually have an electric hookup for camping. Oh, we've got a Red Bull mini fridge.
Well. Bring a fridge as well.
Because our cool box stopped working, and Dan has a friend who runs a pub. Gave him an old.
Well, it's actually a brand new Red Bull mini fridge that had never been used. They didn't want it on the back bar of the pub, so it was going begging, and I put it in the workshop.
Camping stash.
And now it's.
No, it's our camping fridge.
Yeah, camping fridge. Holds about 9 beers, which is about perfect.
We should. Yeah, we could bring. We need a cool box again because it's not.
Yeah, you can't get as much stuff in it.
Yeah. Next question. Does it get cold at night? Again, we've already covered that one. Site recommendations for South Wales. We've been to a few. This is our favourite, but we're not going to tell you where this is because we don't want everyone to book it up so that we can't come. No, we will tell you. So I'll put the link in the description. Yeah. But it's in Talabont, in Brecon. We've been to another one. Yeah,
Pencatley Castle, which is really nice.
Just down the road from here.
They were funny about the well, there are no open fires, so that sort of prompted me to try and bring the wood burning stove.
That was a lovely campsite for families. Like this one is quite. We love it here because of where it is, but it's quite basic. Like the shower facilities are very minimal, but they're fine. They're clean. They're fine. But there's no facilities as such, whereas Pencatley had a park for the kids.
Yeah, they had a park.
It had a shop on site, whereas here you have to go off site slightly to
but
shop.
It's just the village shop. So
yeah, it's the local farm shop. But this one has some nice pubs nearby. Pencatley.
Pencatley, we've got one pub right next to it.
Whoa!
The lamp.
So yeah, those two are in this sort of Mid-Wales, well, Brecon area. One of my favourites was in the Gower, Three Cliffs.
Yeah,
Bay.
Three Cliffs is lovely.
We've only been there once, but it is
a brilliant one. If you love canoeing, is a campsite called Luxall in Hereford, and that's really nice. And you can get they've got a little higher thing for canoes where you can get straight on the because it's on the river. You can get straight on the River Wye. And
really nice one,
that was really nice. And that had a park and a little cafe and bar and things.
Cafe was on the river, so you can watch people go back and forth on.
And another brilliant one is Woodside Lodges in Ledbury.
Isn't that in England?
Yeah, it's Ledbury.
Yeah, it was South Wales.
Well, that's not that far to get to.
Yeah, it was within. All of these are within like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, never travel for more than about 2 hours, just mainly because.
With the kids, there's no need, is there? If you can go and camp somewhere with beautiful surroundings an hour from your home, why would you need to go? Yeah. We do explore the local area, we don't go far afield.
Just where we are now, just walk along the canal. It's lovely.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We've been to another one. We've been to a couple more in South Wales. Heritage Coast Campsite.
Heritage Coast Campsite, that's a really nice one. Just behind the Plough and Harrow, which is a lovely pub.
The only thing I'd say about that one, that was nice, but it is like a wind tunnel.
It's a slightly sloping site, just one long field going down. But if it's windy, oh God, it's windy. So you just position yourself.
It was like camping in a windsock.
Have all your openings facing east because the wind comes straight off the sea. Yeah,
and we were there that was our first camping trip with Marnie actually. Yeah. Was it there?
Yeah. We did.
So she was
2 nights or was it just one night?
It was definitely 2. We wouldn't have gone for 1.
I think we booked for 2, but we stayed until the end of the day and went back home.
No, we went for 2 nights, definitely.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember.
And they hire fire pits, which is great fun.
Yeah, and they deliver. That was nice actually, because they delivered the fire pit and then they bring the logs and they put them next to it, and then you've got all your stuff ready to go. That was actually, thinking about it now, that was a nice one.
Yeah, and they've got a little cafe on site called Teddy's Bar.
Yeah.
And they do draft
nice
ales and food and stuff as well.
Yeah, that was nice. So that's another good one. And we've done festivals twice. We went to the Good Life Festival, which is still running.
Yeah.
In North Wales, and that was fab. The first year was amazing. We loved that. But the second year it got a bit bigger.
Yeah.
It wasn't as. The first year was very small, family orientated, and then the second year it got a bit of a younger vibe, which.
Either that or we were just getting older.
Yeah, that too. And someone stole my wellies, which put me off going back. Should we just do one more question, because our window of quiet is not going to last forever, and we're actually going for lunch. Okay, so we are going camping next week with our 6 and 3-year-old. Any tips?
Electric hookup, and although you'll hate yourself for doing it, just bring a phone for them to.
Well, we've gone down there. Nobody go on your screens. We're camping, so it's all like we've bought a whole box full of games and stuff, which we have used.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just I'll just go and just I want 5 minutes peace. Just go and stare at that.
But you just can't.
Yeah.
I just think go with the flow. Don't try and convince yourself that you have to be screen free and unplugged to enjoy camping. Just have a little bit of both.
The thing is, you just got to keep them entertained. If you're doing activities and things, and you're off out places for walks, even just bringing a cricket set is just great fun. You can play football. So that's great with the kids.
Be prepared in terms of games and things. I'll show you.
Bring your screens in case it rains, because if it rains and you're all inside.
That's the thing. This time particularly, we didn't think we were going to have an electric hookup but they had a cancellation, so luckily we could get one. But we thought we were going to be without electric, and it was going to rain solidly for the first day that we were here. So we really brought lots of games. We brought Scrabble. What else did we bring? The family Cards Against Humanity, which is brilliant. That's for ages 8 and up, so maybe not for you. We brought lots of colouring sets and just things to keep them busy. But
colouring games, and just
we also made sure, because we knew it was going to rain, that we had everything fully charged, so that they would be able to just sit and watch a movie. I downloaded plenty of things to Netflix on the tablet before we came, so they would have stuff to watch, because it is not fun when it's chucking down the rain and you've got nothing else to do.
No.
I don't think there's any more practical tips other than entertainment based for that sort of age.
Well, for little ones, I suppose having.
My biggest tip for camping with kids is to get them involved, get them doing stuff. So now the 2 boys are off doing the washing up. Aiden, you can't deny he likes to feel involved, and if he doesn't, no boo.
Shush, boo.
If he doesn't have something to do, he looks for mischief, and then things get stressful because he'll antagonise his sister, or something will go horribly wrong. Keep them busy, isn't it? So when we're setting up, Dan will get them handed in the pegs.
Give them jobs, even if it's just the peg holder when you start, and then packing up. Same thing, really.
It's a camper van arriving behind us. I've actually made a video last year, I think, about top tips for camping with kids, so I will link that for you on a card and in the description box, because I think there's probably more useful tips in there. I can't think of any more off the top of my head, but have you got anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. Well, I think we've been chatting for a while, so I'm gonna leave it there, because we're gonna head off for a walk.
Cool. I'm gonna get my
pub lunch.
Get my screen down. Yeah, brought a projector to have a movie night, but couldn't get the projector to work.
And now his screen is getting ripped on some barbed wire, so he's going to go and deal with that. And I'll come back to you in a bit and show you some of the bits in the tent as well. Always the back of the washing up, and I'm just going to attempt to show you, but it's not tidy, so please don't judge me. So we have definitely had more organised setups than this. This is probably the least organised we've been, because we've lost quite a bit of our equipment. When I say lost, it's either broken or we just need to replace it. So this is how it looks. If I go back as far as I can, slightly out of the tent, you can see how much space it gives us having the bunk bed. So Mary's just making her bunk, but I'll show you the other bits in a sec. I'll just show you the bedding situation and setup first. So this is the girls' bunk bed, and you can see they're really compact, quite easy to put together. I learnt this time because Dan actually showed me how to do it. So easy to put together. They fold down relatively small as well into like a little carry case. And then this is our pull out inflatable sofa. So it fills basically this whole space up as far as the pole when it's a bed, and then folds up to be a sofa in the day. So it's just perfect. And as I said, I think that was from Amazon. I will find a link for you. And then the boys' bunk on the other side. So it works really, really well. And they've got these little pockets on them. So Aidan likes to keep his, I put his pyjamas in there, but he likes to keep his book and things in there and stuff. And then we've got over here, so as I said, we've definitely been more organised in previous years. So we've just got a little table there. That's all of the clothes down there in that box. This has been really good actually, bringing boxes with lids on. I haven't done that before. We usually bring a suitcase for clothes, and it's just been easier because it's easy to get in and out. This is where we keep all of our crockery. The boxes are great because you can put stuff on top of them as well. So I just kind of keep phones when they're charging and things on top of there, things we don't want to lose. And then we just have this food cabinet in this corner, which is brilliant, just keeps everything in one place. And then we have a Marnie. And that's our setup for this time. I definitely think we need to do a bit of tweaking. It needs some changes. I think because we haven't been for 2 years, we've just kind of come with what we had left from the last time we came camping. And obviously now Marnie's 4, last time she was a toddler, so she wasn't really as active as she is now, and obviously Boo has grown significantly, so I think we need to rethink. Dan wants a bigger bell tent. I'll have to ask him for the measurements, but I'm pretty sure this is a 5 metre and he thinks we need a 6 metre bell tent, which will give us that extra bit of space. Normally we do have a lot more going on with awnings and stuff, which gives us more room, but this time we've just kind of gone, it sounds hilarious me saying back to basics because we've got a wood burning stove and a sofa, but it's, for us, it's been more of a basic setup, and the inside of the tent definitely needs a little bit of looking at and a bit of tweaking for next summer. I was just explaining, Dan's just got back from the shop with some supplies, but I was just explaining that we think we need to tweak our setup a little bit now that we're 2 years on and the dog's grown and Marnie's grown, and you want to get a bigger bell tent.
7 metre.
7? I just said 6.
No, well this is a 5.
Yeah.
And we had the tent for 5 years and she's done really well.
Boo broke the zip.
Well, we could sell it second hand. There's a couple of bits that yeah, Boo sat on that, but that just needs restitching, so it's salvageable.
Yeah.
Some high winds when we had the tent pitched in the garden. Got a puncher hole in the top, but I just fixed it with a bit of black CT1. Should have used clear really, but I only had black. But it sealed it up. But yeah, upgrade from a 5 metres to a 7 metre, which will give us
more width.
2 extra metres, well, right round in diameter, because it's massive.
Will that affect where we can pitch then though? Will we?
They'll be fine here. We'll have to test the water in other places.
Yeah.
Because some pitches are only about like 10 metres by 10 metres.
Yeah.
I think some are even smaller, but
hang on,
yeah,
Bubba.
it would be a monster.
Yeah, would be big. And
Where's
then
the bin?
I've just got rid of the bin.
Just put it on. Oh, there's an empty carry bag. Use that.
Put it in. Oh, that one's actually got a hole. I've just got this new bag, so use that instead. And yeah, apart from that, there's another cool box in the mini fridge. We're good to go.
Should we go for lunch?